Hello friends, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. You can see my family, they're back there cleaning off their cars. But we are venturing out in the snow to go to the bank, go to the grocery store, all of the things. I ended up moving my client from this morning to Thursday because I didn't want her to get stuck on the highway like I did, so yeah. Okay, so Target has the ColourPop Grinch collection in store. I'm not really a huge Grinch fan or really like a super fan of like the ColourPop palettes. They're not bad, they're just, I don't know, nothing super special to me, but here it is in case anybody was looking for it. Check your local Target. Vitamask has these really cute lip balms, and I got a bunch of these earlier this week that I'm gonna put in client gift bags. I need a few more, but I'll purchase those next week because they're not a need right now. But look how cute these are. Like, this one's little cherries. That's so cute. Okay, we're gonna grab this one. Okay, let's find the Santa Kit Kats real quick. Okay, so I'm just doing my base makeup because I am getting ready to film an eye look, which will be part of like the 25 days of December. So I'm just kind of doing like my base makeup because it basically stays the same. So I just figured no reason to give myself more work by filming my entire base routine. But I have a couple videos that I want to film today while I've got the time, so I'm gonna try to get those at least filmed and everything, so that should be good. And they're not super difficult, so yeah, hopefully it works out. It's not snowing anymore. Yesterday's snowstorm was absolutely crazy. I went to work. I had to be at work at like 6 a.m. for the rink. So I was supposed to work 6 to 3 at the rink yesterday. And we're supposed to get snow like an hour before I left. So at 2 it was supposed to kind of start snowing. Well, I think it started snowing at like 11:30 or 12 o'clock. And yeah. So that was very unexpected. And like, they just don't do a great job at pre-treating our streets. And we just had a snowstorm on Saturday, so you would think that they would pre-treat our streets and make sure everything was all, you know, ready to go, since they knew that we were probably going to get some snow yesterday. But they in fact did not. They just love to tell us stay in the house, and it's like, okay, but we can't just stay in the house all winter long because you guys don't want to treat the streets. So I feel like that's such an annoying thing, but it's okay. It's all right. Pause. I need to get my chicken nuggets. But yeah, so they basically tell us like, don't go outside, and it's like, we have to go to work. We can't just stay indoors all winter because you guys aren't on top of your jobs. So that always like really annoys me. But yeah, going back to the wedding that I worked on Saturday, that was insane. So where this wedding is at, it was 40 miles from my house, and the start time was 8 a.m. They had to be ready. The bride had to be ready by 12. Everybody else had to be ready by 1. and I left my house at, I think my dad ended up driving me to work because I have a small car, and so it just doesn't do the greatest in snow. And then where we were going, they're usually like out further in more rural areas, so there's a lot more hills. It's very contingent upon like you never know if things are going to be cleared or not. So he was just like, hey, do you want me to like drive you, whatever? And I'm like, yes, I do actually. And I'm so thankful that he did, because I don't think I would have made it. Honestly, we left my house like right at 7. It usually takes like 45 minutes to get there, like just on a normal day. It took us an hour and 45 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes to get there. Craziness. But we made it. But if you're ever like looking to get like services, like on-site services for a wedding and all that stuff, and you get a pretty hefty travel fee, it's because of stuff like that. Because now also this person is my client, so I don't know, this person was my client, so like I was gonna show up for them. But I don't do a ton of weddings anymore, at least. But if I do any other weddings coming up in the next year or so, my travel fee will definitely be going up. And if there's inclement weather, warnings, they will have to pay for lodging, because I literally could have been stranded had I not like taken my dad up on his offer, because I was getting ready to drive. I was getting ready to leave my driveway and try to make that drive. And honestly, I'm so glad I didn't. Like, I'm just so glad that like my dad drove me, because I would have been up a literal creek. Like it would have been terrible. But anyway, I'm going to finish my chicken nuggets and I'm gonna film a look. So see you in a second. Okay guys, so I just finished filming this look. I think it's so cute and pretty and all of the things. I don't know, it just gives me kind of like festive, but not overly over the top. But it gives you something colorful, it gives you something a little different on the lids, and I love it so much. I feel like it gives you a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of New Year's, and yeah, I don't know, I'm just really feeling it low-key. But I wanted to mention to you guys some of my favorite products that I've just kind of like rediscovered during the month, from just like really just kind of digging around in my makeup collection and just refinding and rediscovering products. So a lot of it is blush, but I also have a perfume and a couple lip products. So let's just, yeah, I don't know. But I've been loving the NYX Buttermelt collection, specifically the bronzer in the shade Better Than You. This is what it looks like. I took this with me on trips. I use this as eyeshadow in the summertime. You can kind of use this as like a bronzer blush situation, which is what I've been using it for recently. But I just think that this is like the perfect shade. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily a bronzer that I would just wear by itself, because it is quite red. Don't mind my dry skin. But I think this is beautiful underneath another blush, so that's just kind of how I've been wearing it. But I've been pairing it, man, really rhyming here, but I've been pairing it with the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Better Than Before, and it's just like this very vibrant wine shade. And actually this shade used to scare me. I think I got this last year or something like that, I can't remember, but it used to scare me because it is very vibrant. And I'm wearing a little bit on my cheeks today, but it's a very pretty blush, and I just really just kind of started using it this past fall time. So I'm glad that I kept this in my collection, because I almost decluttered this because I had an orange shade and I think I decluttered that one, but I'm super glad that I kept this one because it's actually just like a very beautiful formula and I love the color of it. So I've really been enjoying these two a lot. They're small, relatively small and compact. I mean, they're not super compact, but I mean, they're easy to throw in a travel bag and travel with, and then they're just beautiful shades anyway. So and they're also not super expensive, which is very nice. I don't use a ton of powder blush anyway, so I feel like these are great options if you're not a huge powder blush person. All the blush and bronzer names, it's making me tongue-tied. But I also have two cream blushes, and these are both by Cosmic Brushes. My lord. my words are gonna get real tangled real fast here. But these are both from the Tis the Season collection last year. Both of these shades are available on the Cosmic Brushes, Cosmic Beauty, whatever website, because I just recently checked on Black Friday, but both of these are still available. This one is in the shade Nutmeg, which is just kind of like this orangey terracotta shade. I've had shades like this in cream blushes before, but they were more so mattifying, and I didn't really like that shade in a matte version. I like a glowy luminous blush, and I just think that this is like the perfect, I just think these are absolutely perfect. I don't know, I love them so much. I have used these multiple of times, so I don't know, I just think like, oh, Gorgiana. So that is the shade Nutmeg right there, and it's kind of like the perfect shade for those looks where it's like you don't want something pink, you don't want something super warm toned, but this just kind of like gives you a little bit of that toasty look on your skin as well. So I think it's the perfect like fall shade, and it's literally called Nutmeg, so they knew what they were doing. When I want something more pink though, I've been reaching for the shade Mary from their collection, which when I first got this, I was like, I don't know if I will ever use that blush. But actually, this past like fall, summer, late summertime, I found myself using this more often than not. So I think it is a beautiful blush, and that is the shade Mary. It's just more of like that brighter, I guess you could say, cool toned pink color, but it is absolutely stunning. This actually could work for this look today, but I didn't use either one of these, but I've been really enjoying these. So if you haven't checked out Cosmic Brushes cream blushes, say that 10 times fast, I would recommend them. I love both of the shades that I have, and that's saying something because typically I typically don't like cream blushes that I don't get to pick out myself, but these came pre in a collection, so whatever. Also, while we're on the Cosmic Brushes train here and talking about their products, this lipstick in the shade Ginger Snap. Now, I don't think I would ever purchase this shade myself, because it's just like a warm orangey color, which I would be like, this is going to look absolutely hideous on me, but it is absolutely stunning on me. I can't remember, I'm wearing it in one of my most recent videos. I think it was the I think it was like a Makeup Mondays or something like that video, basically, where I was just like using products in my makeup collection that I hadn't touched in a while. But I think I'm wearing this on my lip combo, and it is absolutely stunning. With a lip liner, beautiful, but this is just like a shade that I would never purchase on my own. So just having to play with it and like make it work and everything, I just think it's beautiful. And also the formula is great. Like, they're so smooth, they're so buttery, it's a great formula of lipstick. So even if you don't get this particular shade, the lipsticks are very good, and they've got a couple that I have my eye on, especially like this super dark chocolatey one. I'm like, that would be absolutely stunning. But anyway, moving on, I have been trying out the new e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Thumping Oil. Is that it? Anyway, in the shade Burst Bubble, and it's just like this pinky color, and I actually have it on my lips today. This is the only thing I have on my lips besides lip liner, but I love it so much. This does tingle a little bit, but honestly it's not like spicy, uncomfortable spicy. I don't like lip plumping products, so this is bearable. I feel like it just makes your lips, like the lines in your lips, look a little bit smoother. I already have very full lips naturally, so for plumping products I don't really know per se. I mean, like I don't really know, but I feel like it just kind of gives you that extra glossy look that I like. So nice and juicy. So that is all the makeup that I have to share, but I did want to mention a perfume. And I think I mentioned this in a vlog when I purchased it, but this is the Element Edition 6 Sapphire. This smells divine. I don't really know like what the notes are, because when I looked it up, it had like a bunch of different fruit notes. Like it has like a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's not like sugary sweet, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a gourmand or vanilla sugary, that type of scent. Like it has some florals, like not florals, it has some fruity scents to it, which naturally make it have like a tinge of sweetness. But I don't know how you would classify this, but this lasts on me so well. Like I absolutely love this perfume. I just got it on a whim at TJ Maxx. I wasn't really looking for a perfume per se, I was just perusing about, but this is amazing. I love it so much. But yeah, I will have this down in the description box below if you guys want to take a gander at it on Amazon. It just smells so good. Like, I just love the scent of this so much. But anyway, that's all my little favorites. So yeah, that's all I have for favorites. I just want to share them with you guys really quick. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of editing on that video and get all of that stuff taken care of, and then I'm just gonna be chilling, watching some YouTube. You know the drill. Alrighty friends, that is going to be it for this vlog. I will see you tomorrow in the next one. Bye friends.